Good evening, everybody. This is Steve from Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Stormy Dave could not join us tonight. He's at a prior engagement, and we got Stormy Jenny manning the controls in the background. So, hopefully everybody's doing all right this week. Excuse me, fighting some allergies up here in southeast Wisconsin. We got an exciting show tonight. We got a guest coming on shortly, Trackside Mike. We're going to be talking about the YouTube meetup coming up in 3 weeks from today. We will be in Marion, Ohio. We'll be talking about that, and then after that, we'll be talking about some other things. We got a great show for you guys. You'll have to stay tuned and see what's going on. The first segment after will be about our run-ins with the Big Boy steam locomotive back in 2019. We did not go out for it this year due to other obligations and stuff. But we did see it. We did capture it. So we'll bring some of that. And I have a few slideshows, a few slides to show everybody. And 32 years ago today, I started on the Canadian Pacific. So today is my anniversary date. So we'll get into that later. Let's bring up our special guest. He wants us all keep it on the tracks. Welcome, Trackside Mike.
How's it going, folks? How's everybody tonight?
I'm going to introduce a couple people here first before I forget, because I have a tendency to forget. So I'd like to say hi to Iron Horse Insights. If you're still on, Jacob, it was nice. It was nice hanging trackside with you for a little while this past week. Hopefully soon we can do it again. So James, Dundas Junction, welcome. Glad you can join us. Glad
Iron Horse.
Of course, Trackside Mike, hello.
Thanks for having me on, and I'm pretty excited. I'm in summer mode, getting close to summer, and getting 3 more weeks. We're going to be in Dessler and Marion, Ohio, so be a good time down at the tracks.
Looking forward to it. I'd like to thank Finalized Trains for joining us.
Yeah, I Finalized Trains and Chris Model Train Aficionado. Yes,
thanks, Model Train Chris. Man, I have a hard time with that name. Thanks
for that. Aficionado.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming on in and stopping by. That's all we have for now. Others will be joining us, but let's see what do you got going on your end before we get into the meetup. Hey, Curly. Hey, Dwight.
Curly, how's it going? So there, I'm starting to build the guardrails for this scene. So I'm going to put some guardrails along the side here, all the way down. Hopefully I got enough guardrails. And continue on with the layout work. Looks like bandits getting pulled over by the CN police there.
That is my favorite. Smoking the Bandit Trans Am has got to be my classic car I've always wanted, but never got around to getting one.
Then I got the Blue Devil. I don't know if you've seen Monday Nights Live. I was having problems getting it from 03 to do anything, but I figured that out. The flat plug, the NCE flat plug that goes in your NCE panel, that is to be used on your program track. You can't use the curly cable. So I got it working. So now it's all set to 2466, the Blue Devil.
All right, so waiting for my secretary to change the view around for the meet and greet. But she had to make a run outside the room here. So the 27th, we got 3 weeks from tonight. we will be in Marion, Ohio for the YouTube meetup. And then next day, we have back at Deschler, Ohio, which we're looking forward to. Just a heads up, I did get a hold of Greg again from the Railroad Park in Deschler. And I said everything's still a go. He gave me a thumbs up, so we're good with that. So they know we're coming. I forgot today because it's been such a hectic day. I totally forgot to call Marion and just let them know we're still on. We're still booked. We made reservations for all of you that are coming to Marion. If you want to pitch some money in towards the park fee, that would be great. It's $60 American to rent the rooms and stuff for the day. So we did book it. So it's our get together that's going to be there. So it's $60. So like Pappy was saying, everybody pitch in $5 or so bucks. It's going to be paid off with no problem. So any donations to the park that way would be great. When everybody gets there. They will also have their club, their rail club, will have tables set up for selling stuff. They will be selling stuff. And if the modelers happen to bring stuff and they want to, whatever, that's their business with the club or whatever they want to do, that's their business. But yeah, they're going to be. Hey, there's Wigwag. I guess Mr. Wigwag is coming this year. Yeah, he confirmed it. So looking forward to seeing you and meeting you finally. Mike G, 42. Thanks for joining us. Also, he said, "Nice police scene." Mike commented.
How's it going tonight, Mike and Wigwag? Looking forward to the meetup. There'll be a lot of new people coming, and it'll be a good time down there.
Yeah, it will be. So Saturday, just of those who are wondering about the food situation, we've been pounding it out. Mike and I have been hard at work planning this for this year. So we've been talking a lot behind the scenes. Creating the event this year and stuff. So we were thinking maybe to order in or something. Everybody's going to probably have to order in or whatever we want to do. If we have pizza, there's going to be a lot of pizza. We'll have to see how many people show up and see what the best pizza place. But we'll have the locals there at the club and stuff who will know a good place. So we can order pizza there. And then Saturday we were talking about maybe if somebody's got a grill that's local, that lives locally, they can feel free to bring it. We can grill some stuff, stop at the store ahead of time, or they got a grocery store in Deschler too. We can always swing by and get stuff. We're gonna throw it around, I guess, in the next couple weeks and see what it's going to be, or if they got a good sandwich place either in Deschler or North Baltimore, we're going to look around and see what we can do for food on at the Deschler one. So looking forward to it. We got a lot of people that just came in, so
we do.
Hey, Kansas City Rail Daryl. Hey, Kansas City Top Dog, thanks for joining us. Hey, I was going to ask you, I forgot to text you the other day, Daryl, if you're actually going to be able to make it or not out to Ohio. I can't remember what you said yes or no a couple months ago. There's been a lot of stuff going on in my busy time here, so I can't remember that. So if you want to throw something in the chat or text me or what. The Closet Brunch, thank you so much for joining us this evening on the live stream. Life with Roscoe, 6513, thank you also.
Roscoe.
And I'm going to screw this one up too, I'm sorry. ACR, Rand Scale, and Life Journey 4330. I think I did that pretty good. Sorry if I didn't. Huh? Eric. Okay, Eric. Okay.
Eric, how's it going?
Thank you very much. I'll get this right sooner or later. I know I'm just starting out. Um, so yeah. Any other stuff that you? One thing I forgot. Iron Horse Insights.
He says he's coming.
Yeah. I talked to him trackside. Jacob Hints. I talked to him trackside. I hung out with him for a little while. I do have a picture that I gave to Jenny, and we will throw up later on the catch we caught the other day. I'll have her throw it up. I messaged you that. So we'll throw that up later on. So anyway, Mike, got anything else going on there?
Just slowly working on the layout. Like I said, doing a lot of yard work. I was mentioning before the live stream that I fell through the deck, back patio deck last Saturday. So I said, well, it's time to get that fixed. And I'm getting that fixed as we speak. So it should be a new cement slab. I don't know why this keeps stalling over here.
One thing I got, Jacob, Iron Horse. Yeah, we probably might go live. I think everybody's going to go live here and there like we did in Deschler. So we'll be going live here and there, I think. Just in case the weather gets weird or whatever, we're going to throw up a regular video, I think, also that night. We're still kind of throwing things around there yet, but we're planning on going live for a little bit that Saturday. So, hey, Newland Railway, thanks for joining us tonight.
Newland, how's it going? So that you probably seen that train out rail fanning before.
Oh yeah,
2466.
I think I have pictures of it. You know what? After your live stream Monday, I should have looked and seen if I have pictures of it. I know I should have pictures of it somewhere.
I know up here in Canada, we don't have flashing dish lights, so I might have to change that, or I might just leave it because I kind of like the flashing dish lights.
Yeah, those are
horn.
Yeah, I like the flashing ditch lights. Those are cool.
Yeah. You see a lot of those on the Norfolk Southern, right? And CSX. So that's what we'll be catching down in Marion is a lot of Norfolk and Southern.
Yeah, Norfolk Southern and CSX on the in Marion.
Yeah.
And then all CSX on the at Deschler. However, of course, we get our foreign railroads that go on there too. So
yeah. So it's always cool to see foreign power. Definitely looking forward to meeting everybody down there. And come on out. It's going to be a good time in Marion. Like I said, you got the pavilion opened up. We got vendors that are going to be there. Like you were saying with the model trains and stuff. You're selling stuff. You could probably sell stuff there, buy stuff. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. Sparky's birthday is on, I believe, the Friday. So he's like, don't forget my birthday cake.
Well, we might have treats, but not. I don't know a cake. Somebody else might bring a cake, but
somebody else might.
See, CCRX isn't on. I know they had some bad storms earlier today, whipped through that part of Pennsylvania. So I don't know if he actually got power or not, or he never texted me yet. So I don't know if they got, but he reminded me, make sure everybody, and I don't forget the dessert this time.
Yeah. Yeah. I was watching somebody stream today, but I didn't get to see it. The big boy went through Marion, Ohio today.
Fostoria, yep. Fostoria and Bellevue. Fostoria and Bellevue today.
Yeah, so that would have been something to see. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch that replay. Because Fostoria is not far from Deschler either. So there's lots of spots where you can go rail fanning. when we're down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely gonna be a good time. We had a lot of fun the last time with Crooked River and Easter and Pappy, Anthony from Georgia Sunbelt. Um,
Oh,
I think Bruce is gonna be there this year.
yeah, Bruce is going to be there. He's looking forward to it. I talked to his son Jamie, which you met last year at the meetup.
Yep.
So, yeah, Iron Horse Insights. I can't wait to meet everyone, and I can't wait to meet Mike. Oh, and
Yep.
hey, he wants you to bring swim trunks too. We're gonna have a big old pool party, maybe. So.
Oh yeah, wear my shorts.
Yeah. So, hey, and Iron Horse asks, how many locomotives do you have, Mike?
Oh, just at home. 30 something, maybe 40 something. And then up at the club, I'm going to try my Givo wireless cameras tomorrow. See if I can get them working. And I probably got 10 or 15 up there. So,
Good evening, Ray. Good evening, Ray. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Ray Bobel, how are you? Yeah, I got a few locomotives. I don't know. I never really keep track of them. Plus, I just got this one 2 weeks ago.
That's a cool shot. I like that shot you got up there.
Yeah, pulling an intermodal.
So I seen you let the grass grow like the real railroads do. Big tall weeds, almost as tall as the locomotives and stuff like that.
Yeah, this here, what you see, that's and on in the front here, over here. That's just put some glue down, and then you just grab a pinch of static grass, and then you twist it up and stick her in.
Yeah, it looks good.
Puffs, right?
Looking good.
You make them puffs, yeah. That's how the real railroad is.
Yeah.
You know, they don't trim it a whole lot. If it's growing there in between the tracks, they leave it. You might see the sprayer go by, but other than that, no. This one's not weathered.
Yeah, not weathered yet.
That one's not weathered yet. This one is. It has the patch out panels on the side. Trucks and the fuel tanks all weathered. Has the extra antennas on top and the air conditioner on top. Extra parts. Scale sound speakers. So I'm going to get a hold of JT because I don't believe he's far from Marion, and see if he wants to come down from Scale Sound Speakers.
Cool.
And yeah, should be a good time in Marion.
I'd like to say hi to Train Production 79. Thanks for joining us this evening. And 3S Spiker Railroad. 3S Spikes Railroad. Thank you for joining us.
I'll back this one up and I'll roll the other one ahead so you can get a better look at it. Maybe.
What are the cops doing? Mike wants to say. They're waiting.
Well, Bandit was trying to run away, and the CM police pulled him over. So, I do have mini prints perps, you know, and police officers with guys over the hood of the car. I got to paint up yet, but I could always add them to the scene where the guy's getting handcuffed over the hood of the car. So there's all kinds of different things you could do in the hobby.
What's Mike back said? Blue locomotive up. The bears should be in there. I tell you, these guys should be worried about the bears that are right there, especially if they have cubs and stuff. They're gonna be mean.
There's the two bears. And then I'll fire up this other locomotive and run it up close. You get a better look at it. 30, 39.
So if anybody is willing, if anybody wants to bring anything or whatever, I guess we should. I don't know how we would do that. In case anybody has food allergies or something, you probably have to label stuff. If anybody brings extra food and stuff, we probably should do that because of people with food allergies and stuff like myself. If anybody wants to bring stuff or get stuff, feel free, um, to pitch in whatever. I don't know what we're gonna do for the dinners and eating and stuff, but I know in Marion we're gonna go ahead and maybe order out. I think that's gonna be the easiest for everybody to pitch in and order. We'll see about grilling out and maybe having a little thing powwow at Deschler, but we'll keep everybody posted on our community page. And I think we're gonna do another live stream before this, Mike.
Yeah, 100%. We'll do another live before we head to Marion.
Okay, and I don't know if you wanna, if you want to do it on your end also, Mike. We can always join you also on your end for live if you want to do it that way too. If not, that's okay with us. But I just thought maybe a different audience that would come in. I don't know. It's just a recommendation.
Yeah, we can do that too.
All right, well, we'll talk after. We'll see what the schedules bring, and go from there. I'm doing lives later tonight. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I still need my West Side hat, Trackside Mike.
Yeah, see if I can find one in the closet.
So West Side, I hear about that. I saw that, and it reminds me of that song, the Pet Shop Boys back in the 80s.
Yeah.
West End Girls or something that was.
So the story behind the West End and East End is there's a street in Toronto, Ontario that's called Yonge and runs, I think Yonge runs north and south. So anything east of Yonge is East End, Ontario, and anything west of Yonge is West End. So when I head to Ottawa, you'll see me wear my East End hat. And when I'm this way or down in the States, I'll wear my West End. So, but the company that I was getting them from, they haven't made any in a while, so I don't know what they're doing. Might have to go with
Howie. Howie just joined us. Hey, Conrail Carruthers Branch. How's it going, Howie? I'm hoping we might meet you this. So, Trackside Mike, we did a video, and it's on our playlist. All model scales or playlists we have. Go, everybody check it out. I don't know if you were in the live stream that time or not, Mike, where we did his layout video. He lives in Walbridge, Ohio, and he will be there. He wanted to make it last year at Deschler, but he got called out because he's still an engineer for the Canadian National. So he got called out at last minute. He was going to come at Deschler, but he will be there this year. He's looking forward to it because I told him a lot of the modeling guys will be there. So he'll be probably gathering ideas from you guys too. So
awesome. Yeah. So I don't know if you heard, you being a railroad guy, you heard the alerter going there. If I leave that on and don't touch the throttle, the alerter will go off just like the real locomotives do.
Cool. Thanks, Eric. Have a good night. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, Eric. So yeah, this one here, this is how the one all our locomotives are at the club. They're set up like the real railroad. If you don't touch the controls, the alerters will sound, the engine will stop. It's set with momentum. So like the real trains, they don't stop on a dime. They keep on rolling. And yeah, it's got all the bells and whistles. It's got the scale sound speaker in it. That's what been weathered up by a friend of mine, Wade. And he does that as a side deal. Like he'll weather locomotives for you. And he does a great job. I've done a couple weathering of locomotives, but I don't really like rolling stock. I have no problem weathering. locomotives, there's an art to it. There's you know, if you don't get it right, there's no second chance kind of thing. So I don't
Right.
mess with it.
That looks good though. Everything looks really good, and then the scenes and stuff. I really enjoy that. So Iron Horse Insights is definitely can make it some treats for us too. So just like us.
Nice.
So that'll be good. That'll be good stuff. So anyway, I don't know if you got anything else, Mike. We're gonna probably. I don't know if we got anything else to mention before about that weekend. If anybody's got any questions about that weekend, now's the time to ask.
Yeah, we're going to be in Finley. There's a bunch of hotels in Finley. If you haven't booked a room yet, there's still other hotels in the area. We'll be going to Marion on Saturday morning. We'll be down at Marion, Ohio, catching trains and hanging out and chatting with people. And Dave, I'm not sure if Dave's going there to Marion, but I know he is for sure. Deshler, him and Kathy.
I thought he was going to try. No, there was a question on here, and I gotta find out where it's at. Somebody asked, "Can you stay over at Marion?" No, they don't have a situation there. They do have camping in Deshler. And who was camping at Deshler?
I think Bob is PK&W.
Yeah, PK&W or somebody else too. With that guy with that cam. KB, I can't remember. He has a webcam for Steel Highway. I can't remember. He'll be there camping too. So there's gonna be some other YouTubers there that are gonna be. We're gonna have some from Wisconsin coming up too. It's gonna be a lot of people. Good time. Ray had a question, right? Not going to make it to Ohio playing YouTube meet and greet for the fall. Yeah, hopefully next year, Ray. We'll see what things are going next year. 1 year at a time. Hopefully you can get out this way. That'll be cool. Half the hotel. Yeah, we were joking around that the other day. Trackside, half the hotel will be YouTubers.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Well, there's other hotels. The reason why we picked Finley. When we go out to Ohio, we like to go out to Finley because that's the hub of the wheel.
Yeah.
You know, it's the center of all the parks that we go to and stuff. So it's easier to stay at the center of the wheel and then spoke out. So that's why we picked Finley. And Finley's a nice area. We enjoy Finley. So, but anyway, Mike, we're going to go ahead and switch gears a little bit. Time's flying here when you're having fun. So
it sure does.
We have if you go on Trackside, Mike, and we can put a link to his channel too in our description. Go to his channel and look at the meet and greet videos from last year.
Yeah,
I know. Last year back at the hotel room, we watched your live streams. I was laughing so hard I was crying. I was, oh my God, Jenny, I, and Dave were laughing so hard in our room. I thought we were gonna get called on. We were laughing so hard. Man, that was hilarious. You guys gotta go check out his videos. We do have
I'll have the microphone with me again and doing interviews, and not sure if the guy with the pickup truck with those KL5 air horns are going to be there again, but that was awesome.
I don't know if I got a card from him or not. I have to look him back. I think I do have his card. I might have to hook him up to come back up, and then
there's definitely
don't forget Pappy now.
Yeah, Pappy. If you're watching the replay, Pappy, make sure you bring your swimming trunks. It'll be warm this time. I'll bring my shorts too. That way, if we get too close to the pond there in Deshler, if you fall in to cool off or whatever, at least you're well prepared.
There you go. That was hilarious. But anyway, we have a year-end video of our meetup at Deshler. Excuse me. Anyway, we're gonna switch gears and we're gonna do another live either on Mike's channel or ours yet before the meet and greet. That's 3 weeks from today. It's coming up quick. So everybody, we got segment 2 coming up.
Till the next time, keep it on the tracks.
There you go. And you're welcome to stay here, Mike, if you got.
Oh yeah, I'll be here.
Okay. Read the screen. That's crazy. There is a model of the 3039, and that unit was on my train 583 last night. Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, our friend Howie had that unit last night. Holy cow. What a coincidence that was, huh? 24 hours, less than 24 hours later.
That is cool.
Same unit. That's awesome.
Hello, James. He's back again.
Okay, thanks, James, for joining us again. So yeah, Mike, you're welcome to stay on and stuff. We're gonna switch gears a little bit here.
Mike says I look different without a hat and sunglasses.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, why not, man? Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's beach weather.
So we're done with that segment. We're going to move on because we only got a little bit of time yet. And we'd like to, first of all, I've been busy this last month with a few projects. One of those projects was I was asked to help set up a new rail cam for Steel Highway rail cams. Tom Hogan from out there, thank you very much for asking me to help out. Evan was the technician who could. Wow, that went quick. Okay, that was a technician. So we Doug's Automotive down here in Burlington, Wisconsin. We wanted another webcam to the south. A lot of people did. So we got one at Doug's Automotive down in Burlington, Wisconsin, where we take our vehicles to get serviced. They're a great bunch of guys, great mechanics, and stuff like that. So we asked them. I says, "Hey, would you guys be willing to put up a rail cam and host it?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." So I got in touch with that Tom Hogan, and him and I talked for a little bit, and then he asked me if I could help Evan set it up. So we put the radio antenna outside for the radio feed. Which is you can see up in the sky there, and then left of that's the webcam. So we did that, and I was asked to help out with that. So that was an honor to do that. It was pretty cool to help out. A link will be in the description of this live stream for anybody that wants to check it out. Go to Steel Highways Rail Cam, and there's plenty of other rail cams on that channel. Tom Hogan and them do a fantastic job for what they do with these rail cams. So I'd like to give a good shout out to them. So that's where it is, and then we'll go to the other view, and that's how it looks. Of course, It was raining when I took the screenshot, but it's a beautiful. A lot of people like this view. It's their overflow lot, added security for them too, so they don't mind. And then the rail fans can see this is along the Canadian National Waukesha sub in Burlington, Wisconsin, southeast Wisconsin area. So you can see the lake over there, and it's a really beautiful scene. We enjoy watching a lot of people. So that's what I was doing on and off for the last few weeks. I plan on doing some more, hopefully some more scouting stuff with Evan from Steel Highway coming up for more webcam sites. So I'm going to be out with him hopefully soon. They were chasing the big boy around this past week. So now that things settled down, hopefully Evan and I can get together. They want to get some more rail cams around. So I'm going to probably go up with them and go scout out some stuff.
That video you did of this place here, I thought that was pretty cool. Them switching out some hoppers and stuff.
Yeah. So, okay, that's pretty much what I've been doing on the side with stuff. And so the huge news this past couple weeks, and is going to be huge next week and the week after, is the Union Pacific Big Boy locomotive. We did not go out for it this year. We had a lot of other stuff going on, plus the YouTube meetup and everything else all at once. So it was just difficult. So back in 2019, we did actually catch it a couple times here in southeast Wisconsin. This was the first day. Excuse me. This was the first day in Dalton, Wisconsin, on Union Pacific Adams sub. We caught the big boy there. We went to a crossing and got it. A couple pictures of the big boy, him going away shot. And we'll take a look at some more. So, this is backwards. This is backwards. Where's the shot from day one? That one farm field shot.
That's pretty cool.
I know I gave you one more. We have one more shot. There it is, right there. So that's at the second location. Now, somebody that we went with had permission from the farmer for both our parties to go on his land. So we did get permission ahead of time without having to fight any crowds or anything. So we got this in the farmer's field that we got permission to go by. So that was the second location on day one. We didn't chase, we leapfrogged it from point to point. So now we can go on to day two. So day two was at a place, I forgot what it's called now. It used to be called Amber Milling. It's in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Our Truesdale, it's called. Station Point. I went in about 2 weeks ahead of time and talked to the Amber Milling people. And I drove in there, excuse me, and talked to the manager that was on. And I had my work ID with me and stuff. And I told him I used to inspect their track when I was a track inspector. I said the Union Pacific Big Boy steam locomotives coming by in a couple weeks. I would like to get back. I'm going to Steamtown on the 16th to see it. Good luck with that, and hopefully get some good stuff out of there and safe travels to you. Anyway, I got permission to go back there. They got a fence line that borders the UP because they get serviced by both of railroads, our railroad and the Union Pacific. So even though I inspected a lead on the west end where we go in, so I got permission. So Stormy, Jenny, and I went the next day, and we went over there back there by the fence. Well, then we found a hole in the fence, so we went back by the hole area. All of a sudden, we saw some Union Pacific guys right there, one with a huge camera and stuff. And Jenny and him started talking. All of a sudden, I started talking. And he used to rail fan in the same area I did. All of a sudden, we're out by the UP on the right of way. Well away from the track, but this is the UP right of way. And I talked to the section guys out there that I'm talking to, fellow brotherhood, and we were just shooting the crap. And he said, "Yeah, go ahead. You guys can stay here." So we didn't have to fight any crowds. It was nice. It was nice having the connections there to do this, and we just didn't go on somebody's property both days. We asked permission ahead of time and all this stuff, so that was a big difference. This was a black and white photo. It was a color. Then I put black and white. This was at on the Milwaukee subdivision in Kenosha.
That's very cool.
Big boy the next day. Thanks a lot. I entered this in a competition on our camera club I used to belong to. And I think that's Ed, right? Run a steam engine. Yeah, that's Big Ed there running a steamer there, going past. And then going past our location, I took a lot of photos. I like the black and white photos, Steve. Thank you very much. We tried something different with it. We do have, we can put a link in there in our description too on this, and I forgot to let Jenny know to do that. So when this live stream comes out for replay, we have a whole video on both days of the steam locomotive, of the big boy. We can put a link into that. That's on our playlist.
No, that's very cool. Like, so where did it start from? Did it start from California and it's running all the way to the East Coast?
No. I think they started from Cheyenne, where it's located, and they went to North Platte, and then they went across Iowa, and then they just got done with Northern Illinois, and then they went through Chicago, and then I guess they went down into the Fort Wayne area, and then back up for Fostoria today and Bellevue today. I guess they're tying up in Bellevue, Ohio today, and then trekking along after today. And then Howie, if you're still on, man, you ain't gonna see it. I guess it's going the other way, so you have to travel east a little bit, I guess. Hopefully it'll come back your way, but I doubt it. Howie lives right by the NS Main, so
Okay.
NS Main, I mean. So and this is the going away shot I took. We were on talking to the UP guys, and I was gabbing, talking shop, railroad to railroad, with the guys over there on the section crew. So that was fun to do that before the big boy came. So we got to hang out with the guys, which was really cool. And then we got some other, and that's the guy with the camera. He's a locomotive engineer for the UP local down there at the time. Come to find out, him and I rail fan at the same spot when we were younger at St. Francis. So it was kind of ironic to find that out. So. Yeah, you live right by the NS Chicago line there. Yep. So, yeah, I don't know the return trip either. Okay, so here's our second segment here.
Nice.
32 years ago today. 32 years ago exactly today. It's my anniversary today. It's my anniversary date today.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. 32 years ago today, I was up on the Canadian Pacific River Subdivision and just south of Hastings, Minnesota, on the rail gang, relaying 1,400-foot strings of rail. No, that's a water keg there, water keg. So, yeah, we wish it. You know what? During the Milwaukee Road days, it was a beer keg, from what I understand. But them days were long gone. 32 years ago today, I started on the Canadian Pacific Railway. So, unfortunately, because of health reasons, my career was cut short. Nothing I could have done about it. I ended up 25 years on the Canadian Pacific. Missed it by 5 for full 30, but I'm here standing, living, and talking to you, so that's more important.
Yeah.
So here's how we got to our job sites back then. Now there's discrepancies here. On the Milwaukee Road in the CP, all of us called this motor cars. These were called motor cars. Some call them speeders. These are motor cars for us. We never used that term speeder. It was always motor cars. So we ran down the tracks with these to our job work site locations from in the hole. Now lately they've been using like little buses and vans and stuff like that. So that's what we use to get to our job sites.
That's very cool.
Thank you. Next. So this is some of the older track machinery from 32 years ago. We had a huge rail gang. We had 78 guys. We had over 30 some machines. This is the front of the gang. These are the spike pullers and stuff. Then he had a whole. I'm hoping to go out and film a rail gang sooner or later. I filmed a few tie gangs that I got to do video of. One video I did already of the Santa Fe Junction one with the BNSF, but there's a CN one I gotta edit yet. But this is a rail gang. We laid 1,400-foot strings of rail on that crew. I was on the rail gang twice in my career. And eventually they got new equipment and stuff. We had like 30 some track laborers at the time on our crew. Back then, it was a lot of people on the crews. When I left the railroad, there was only a handful of laborers left out of having 30 when I first started. That's how much automation came and how they're doing things differently now. So next. And here's me a few streams back. You guys remember this photo with Frank Noble. Here's me with my Sioux Line hat yet. The Sioux Line wasn't, I didn't hire out that much longer when the CP took over the Sioux. So we still had Sioux Line equipment stuff hanging around. So I got my Sioux Line hat on, and I was a young twerp back then. And I was feeding spikes for the
Oh, we lost your mic. Got no sound. Can you hear me? I don't know if you could hear us or Stormy Sky. Conrail says he lost sound. Yeah. Can't hear you, Steve. Can we hear you now? Hey, and it's not even off the tracks Monday. That's what happens when you go live.
All right. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Okay.
All right. I plugged my mic here, so we'll see what happens. Where did you guys lose me?
They get the young buck.
Okay. So here I was feeding spikes. Yeah, Howie, we were all twerps back then. Yep, we were. and then this is a spiker. So I fed the spikes, as you see in the tray by my hands. I fed the spikes, and then Otley, thanks a lot. One of my coworkers took this picture of me back then, and so I ended up feeding spikes for him, and he lined them up. So, man, I tell you, some of them spikers, man, you're going through a pair of gloves a day and stuff. Feeding spikes and that, so yeah, it's quite the job, and you get really dirty, as you can see my pants there. You get dirty from feeding spikes, especially on my second go around back in 2004. I went back on a steel gang. I was asked to feed spikes, not for the Jamaican guy this time, Otley, but some other guy, and he was quick. And it was an enclosed spiker, so you got all the spike dust enclosed, and I had to wear a white suit. It was just totally dirt all day. So.
The white suit was long.
Yeah. So this was me, young. So this is that machine behind this on the tail end of this pictures. It was nicknamed the Woodpecker. It was. I wish I would have took a better picture of it back then. The guy would stand on. He would have a big spiker on the back end of it, and he would. Quality control we had on the back end and stuff like that. So I'm trying to find models of track work equipment on the 3D print sites. So maybe them guys can help you out on that. I don't know where to go for that, but later on you can ask questions and stuff, and maybe Mike can answer even on our community posts and stuff. Anyway, that was our quality control. We were riding back, I think, into the clear on that. We were when I took this photo, I think we were in Marion Park, Minnesota, just in the Twin Cities area at this time I took this photo. Next. And here's me. I got to actually learn. If you guys remember the live stream back with Frank Noble a couple months ago, the guy from the CNW Union Pacific that retired. One of the UP guys showed me how to swing a spike ball at 15 years old. So I kind of got a head start on the railroad stuff before I actually worked on the railroad. I wasn't your typical rail fan as a teenager. I begged for a railroad job since I was 14. So them guys on the Chicago Northwestern knew I wanted to work. I wasn't just your ordinary rail fan by the track. So they knew I wanted to learn everything I could. So I was different that way. Hey Sarah, thanks. You're late. Well, you can rewatch watch the live stream later on when it's public. So yeah, I got the windmills. I got the windmill spike really well, and my coworker, man, I can't believe how skinny I was back then. When I started on the railroad, when I was started on the railroad, so many older guys that knew me throughout my whole career. You were nothing but skin and bone when you started. I have to leave it at family oriented program here. What they actually said, you were a skinny little bleep, But I still did my job. I still loved to do work, and I was only 119 pounds when I got in on the railroad. When I left the railroad, I was 184. So, but a lot of that was muscle. So, I was really strong. I love spiking. That was my favorite job on the railroad, was spiking. I could windmill spike them in with no problem. I love doing that. So, and that was Marion Park, they called it Minnesota before. This was taken back in 2001. When I went to Sturtevant, Wisconsin I got my welder's date, and my welder foreman Keith took a picture of me next to the truck. We were welding a frog that day on a Chicago-Milwaukee sub on the Canadian Pacific. So I got my welder's date back then. So that's me. Got my welder's date, and that was fun working with Keith. I did not take this photo. This photo was taken from another individual that I will credit. Thanks, Ed, for giving me this photo. Anyway, this was in Brookfield, Wisconsin, along the Canadian Pacific. I'm still calling it the Canadian Pacific. Watertown subdivision. We were putting in a shoe fly, huge project. That project was a nightmare. A shoe fly, so the B&B could rebuild the Fox River Bridge that went over the Fox River. So we had to build a shoe fly. So that was quite the process. There was a train going by. I was down the track further. I wasn't in this photo. I was down the track further, waiting for the train. I was with the supervisor or something, looking something over. I was section foreman back then of this territory. Next. So this one Ed took also, and I'm thank you for sharing this with me, Ed. So if you look with that guy with the hard hat straight on, and he's looking, and he has the headset on top, the hearing protection on top. Behind him, you got an arm sticking up with a glove. That's me. I remember that clearly because that ticked me off, because the other guy behind the track labor said, I'm going to get this door. Well, I didn't want that side to begin with, to dump rock. Okay, I didn't want that side because I knew the wind was going to be blowing that way. I wanted the other side of the car where the wind wasn't blowing. And I'm like, crap, I'm on the wrong side. And when I got done dumping rock, I was white all over from rock dust. And we, of course, we had to wear our respirators and stuff. But man, it was awful that day with the dust. So that's me dumping rock on the front end of the MK ballast car that day. And that day, I think we had the DNH locomotive that dumped rock for us that day. And obviously, I couldn't take pictures. I was involved. I was the section foreman, and you don't have time to do that when you're doing stuff like this. So thanks, Ed, for giving us these photos again. And this was given to me again by a rail fan that took
That's
a
cool.
picture. And we had to help the maintainers, the signal maintainers out. That was in our contract, I guess. So we had to blow their switches out once in a while, even though they had switch heaters, because some of the rods in between wouldn't get blown out. So this is along my territory. This was, can't remember what year this was taken. He told me, but this was at the Milwaukee Depot on the CP&M subdivision. And I loved blowing out switches and that day I was wearing a little bit more that day. I don't know why. Usually I wear a light flannel shirt and that, but that day for some reason. But he caught me blowing switches out. We had a lookout. He didn't get the picture of the lookout. Plus, I had the maintainer had the track also, so we had twice the protection up that day. I know there was comments on there, and oh, where's your track protection and all that, but we did have track protection that day. I always made sure we had track protection. I was a good foreman that way. Well, they caught me blowing switches out, so it was cold out that day. I think typical winter. They did the Marquette interchange, and I think this is when they were doing the Marquette interchange. So this was in early 2010s, I think. I was still section foreman at Cudahy yet. So, but that's me blowing out switches in action. So
In action.
Yep, in action. Oh yeah, gotta have track protection. You know it. So this is after the Groundhog Day blizzard. No, this ain't after the Groundhog Day blizzard. This is after a big snowstorm we had. I don't remember what year this was. I think it was 2011, 2010 or 2011. We used to at Sturtevant, J.I. Case was there in Racine, Wisconsin. And they used to have the tractor contract. You see all the tractors back then. They were with New Holland then after a while. So all of your New Holland and Case tractors in that parking lot used to get hauled on flat cars right on the nearest rail, right next to the engines, but they didn't have any flats in that day. They would load the tractors up to get shipped overseas. So this was and it's too bad. It's too bad that they got rid of that contract, because now it's a ghost town there. So they don't ship tractors overseas on the flat cars on the railroad anymore from this location. So yeah, that's the 4618, the Sturtevant Patrol. They used to park their engines there, and then headquarter there next. And this is, we stopped and got some lunch, and we were on a lunch break. And I don't know, my crew was saying, I got food. These seagulls are crazy. Look at them. So some of my section labor put a little food on the hood of our truck, our work truck, and the seagulls flocked in. And we got some pictures of them while we were on lunch break next.
Nice.
And here he is in action. So they can keep going next. And here he's looking at us like, this is not what I want to eat. So next. So I was track patrolling. This was on a track inspector on the Chicago-Milwaukee sub. So I was coming through Summers, Wisconsin on number 2 main track patrolling. And I went past. I'm like, what the heck? Holy crap. So I wasn't trying. I filled in as track inspector at the time. This is when we still could take photos on the tracks and stuff. I stopped the truck and I'm like, I got to take pictures of this. Holy cow. If some people are playing in the fields. This was in the late winter, early spring when the melting was going on. Next.
I definitely thought he was good for four-wheeling.
There's 2 of them. So and next, so I had to take these pictures. I'm like, I had to put this in. It's some of the sights and sounds we've seen. So this there we go. There's the 2 of them together down there. And here's I've seen a lot of animals and everything else patrolling track. It was a good time. Uh, he's yakking. They're looking for get out of my way. I'm hunting. Oh, I could do a whole live stream on this. This was the funniest week I've had on the railroad, but it's for another time. I piloted the rail grinder, the switch grinder. It's the smaller version of the big grinder, the Laram grinder. We had to work with him, and there's me on the left hand side, on the lower bottom. The lower right hand side, left hand side, lower left hand side, for those of you looking, with the red shirt on, that's me. I piloted the rail grinder. We did switches and crossings with this grinder. I'll have a whole nother video on that kind of stuff later on. We just don't have time. But as I threw that in, we had a great, and I had my assistant foreman there, my section laborers there, and then the three guys on top. That was the crew of the Laram switch grinder. They were awesome to work with when they came onto our railroad. But I'll have another video on that sometime in the future. And here's me. Somebody took my picture next to my track inspector's truck. Instead of having trackside greasers, our trucks had, you see that big white box in the back end of the truck there? That's a rail greaser. We had nozzles on the back. We had nozzles on our rear high rail wheels, and we had a control inside the truck. So when you got on a certain time of the curve there, the high sides of the curve, you had to either right or left, and grease the curves as you went. So that was when I was track inspector on the west end there. So
That's cool.
And so we went to a lot of our retiree breakfasts and stuff, get-togethers we had. I had to take a lot of pictures. I'm glad I did. Unfortunately, two of the guys in this photo are passed away. The guy on the left-hand side is Rick Zeiss, my foreman at the time when I was assistant foreman. He was the best guy you could work for. I learned so much from him. He's an old Milwaukee Road guy. All these guys are Milwaukee Road guys except for me. So I got to, except Robert Nelson too. The guy on the left of me, he got on the Sioux Line CP. But all the three other guys are Milwaukee Roaders. Rick Zeiss passed away of cancer. It stinks. He died young, too early. Missed him. He was great to work for. We had a lot of great times. I couldn't wait to get to work a lot when I was younger. I couldn't wait. We had so much fun. We got a lot of work done. We worked hard, but what happened to that? Oh, and then on the right-hand side, the guy on the right hand, that was one of our section laborers, a good section laborer of mine too, when I was section foreman after Rick retired. I got to take over the Cudahy section. Actually, this was one section crew at one time. All of us. Man, you didn't mess. We knew what each other were doing at all times. We worked our butts off. We communicated so well. We were a well-oiled machine, our section crew. It was so fun to go to work and work with all these guys, and other crews too. But Jim Klura had diabetes, and one day I got a phone call. He collapsed mowing his lawn. He passed away, and I just went out. He took us out for dinner. The guy on the right-hand side of me, him and I for dinner at Potawatomi, and Jim Klura never bought any. He was a tightwad. Okay, he never bought anything for anybody. Hardly at all. But he bought us dinner that night, and Jim and the other Jim and I were saying, "Man, why did Jim such a tightwad? He bought us dinner." But Jim told me, he said, "Steve, you are such a great foreman to work for, a very safe foreman to work for, and you took care of us guys." That made me feel good. It's like there's times where I was under a lot of pressure, and there was a lot of trying times out there on the track getting stuff done at a critical time. So I worked with a great bunch of guys, man, and I'm so honored that I got brought up by the Milwaukee Road generation. I learned a lot of old school ways to do railroading. I put track together without hydraulic tools when I started. I did everything by hand, switch ties, everything. I'm glad I learned it that way. One of the old section foremen, Randy Wilms, he passed away also. He gave me prints of how to bend a stock rail, a double bend a stock rail without not having a factory pre-bend. So I got to learn how to bend stock rails on my own. That's an art. So I'm glad I really got to learn this stuff back then from all them guys. There's nobody around. All them guys retired, passed away. But we still get together in Beloit for once a month for our meetings and stuff. And we have one of my coworkers that retired too recently, Steve Whedon. We had him on a few months ago talking about thermite welding. That's in our live stream section. He'll be on again. So I still keep in touch with a lot of guys, and even on the Canadian National here and the local crews and stuff. Actually, this past week, I was shooting a breeze with a lot of them I worked at the Plainville, Wisconsin on the Diamond. And I still know them guys, and we still gab once in a while, like, if I'm trackside videoing. And it's nice keeping that lifeline with the railroad community, because once you're a railroader, it's always railroad. And Howie, if you're still on, you can contest to that. It's in our blood, no matter what craft, what department or anything. We still know we're still big a family. It's a family. The railroad's something special, even though there's a lot of BS now compared to what there used to be. But we're all a brotherhood, sisterhood. So, but yeah, 30. That's I'll leave it at that. And 32 years. And so when I met Stormy Jenny, this is my second marriage. My first ex gave me 2 kids. I raised 2 kids myself, till 6 and 2 till adults. That's a little bit about my background. But when I met Stormy Jenny 10 years ago, so we were hanging out together on the 6th of June. And that year, I said, "Hey, you got to take me out to eat. It's my anniversary," and she didn't know what I was talking about. I said, "It's my anniversary date for the railroad. This is when I started on the railroad." And she says, "Oh, this is my anniversary date too, starting on my railroad." So she started in the medical field, and I started in the railroad industry the same exact day in the same exact year. How about that? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. We got one more picture I want to show to you guys. So Jacob's still here. Iron Horse Insights. Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll bring this one up first. So I talked to these guys the other day, the surfacing equipment. They were in Maguanago. And the jump truck operator and he worked with us also up at the Plainville. I'll show that picture another time. But these guys, a lot of these guys from their department, I know the guy who operates that Mark IV, he worked with us at the Plainville 20-some years ago, raising a diamond. So I know a lot of these Canadian National guys too. They know me. So that's pretty cool. So I got this the other day, actually Thursday, I got this picture they were working around. So, and the day before that, last Wednesday, I think it was, we got this unit. So Jacob and I were hanging out together. We unexpectedly caught this unit on one of the northbound trains. So this is a highlight of the week. We'll be putting videos up and more photos of it later on in a future video. So that's pretty much. I know we ran a little bit longer, but once you get rolling, you know that, Mike, from your live streaming, you go ahead and you lose track of time.
Absolutely, you do. And time, you're having fun. Time flies.
And you know what? Thanks a lot again for coming on, Mike. this YouTube community in our genre is just outstanding. I mean, we stick up for one another. We are a tight knit group. We do more than just social media stuff. Obviously,
Yeah.
we take it. We want to set an example for the younger generations that we're not just friends on a social media platform and that's it. We're old school. Yeah, we meet up. We do things together, not just on social media. We do things how it's supposed to be done. And hopefully, all you younger people watching live streaming in the future, this is how it's supposed to be. You guys meet up and share your interests and share your common stuff, because the world is just too, I don't know right now. You guys need to socialize togetherness. You guys can't be just separated. And then, I've been meeting a lot of younger generation people that are starting really to meet up everybody up and wanting to meet up everybody in person. So that's a good sign.
It's all about having fun.
Yeah, exactly. So.
No, great show tonight. Thanks for having me on. Congratulations on your anniversary.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You know what we should do? That just came to my mind after that meetup. We should get a bunch of channels together and do a live stream.
Yeah.
And recap. We should recap. We should do a recap. Having a number of guys. I don't think we'll get everybody on, but yeah, that's sad. I mean, in the rail industry, I mean, Howie still has a few years to go. I unfortunately am out. Well, I don't know. I may be fortunately out, but either way you put it. But we're the last of the old school railroaders, our generation, and it's kind of sad. But that's a whole nother subject for another time. So,
yeah.
But with that, I gotta let Trackside Mike go, and then we should get going too. We got a lot of other stuff right now, and I thank you everybody once again for the support for Stormy Sky. I would like to thank everybody for supporting each other in this community. It means so much to us, and it means so much to everybody else. And for all of us who have different careers and different ways of life to get together and share a hobby like we did. We just made a statement last fall at Deschler, and we're going to make another one that this is what social media is all about also.
Yeah, meeting people and getting out and having fun. And enjoying what you enjoy the most.
So, is that a nice Hawaiian shirt you got there? You're going to go on vacation, or?
Yeah, down at the beach earlier today.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You gotta bring them. You gotta bring them flowery swim trunks. We'll have to ask Pappy, if he's gonna bring a swimsuit or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
but yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Looking forward to seeing everybody on 27th, 28th, and should be a good time.
I did get a lot of comments, Mike. In other live streams, Jenny was telling me I should strictly do a video on this, the meet and greet. But I think we got 2 live streams. I think I'll put something in the community post again. Anybody who's watching this on a replay, just watch this one and look for the other live stream where we're giving details. The schedule has been so hectic with me and you two, from what I've been hearing, Mike. I just don't have time to do another video with other premieres I got to do and what's been going on lately in the outside schedule. I just can't. That's why we're doing these live streams. So go to the community section. I think we have a post on that already. If not, we'll put another post and see what we got, if anybody has any questions or whatever. So
yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else. So I have met a lot of great people since I started my channel. Yes, I mean we
That's a
have
true statement right there.
immensely-
Right there.
you know, if so, just an example here, quick. This was back in 2020 or so during Big C. We were watching YouTube videos, and Jenny, I was doing something in the other room. Stormy Jenny came out. Steve, you got to see this. You got to see this channel. So I watched it. CCRX 6700. He's doing awesome. I'm like, oh man, I love this stuff. This is awesome. I got to get in contact with him. You know, so Dave and I wish Dave was here tonight, but so Dave and I started chit chatting, and we got a hold of each other. So then he invited me out to Pennsylvania to do a video with him. What an honor that was! I'm like, wow, is this opening up a whole new door for me?
Yeah, absolutely.
And us, not just me, but us. You know, and I thank all those who supported us from the beginning, because without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are now. We're not a super big channel. We're not a super small channel. We're right where we want to be. And I thank all you guys so much. We all do, from the bottom of our hearts. Stormy Dave and all of us guys. Stormy Sky. So
if it wasn't for the viewers and subscribers, you know, you guys are the ones that and drive us to keep going and doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's all a great community, and we do help support each other. And I tell you, we've had a couple bad eggs in the past that tried to take a lot of us down, and we all stuck together so much. And I think already a lot from Aussie, you know, over there in Australia. He really put the hammer down on this person, on this individual. And I tell you what, he got ran out of town, and we all stuck together like glue. This community is so strong when it comes to that. Or even if somebody has a health problem or whatever, it's a one big family. Yeah. It's one big family.
Always helping out, and glad to meet people.
Hopefully someday, Mike G. You never know where this could take us. Hey, wow, $10. Thanks for the super chat.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us today. You know, I get long-winded a little bit talking about stories and stuff, but you know what? I do miss parts of my railroad career, and if Howie's still on here, he can contest to that. There is a time that a lot of us railroaders that are still were with the older generation miss going to work. Yeah. We had such an awesome time, and there's so many memories to share. We like to share it with other people, you know, who have never experienced stuff like that. Hey, El Paso, Texas rail fanner. Hey, thanks for coming in late. Luckily you got in. Watch for the replay and rewatch the video. So
no, good time. Anyway, we'll do another video before the 27th, probably the week before. Just because that week before we did a meet and greet, doing a lot of traveling back and forth.
Right. Well, if you happen to do it, so anybody that's watching here or on here now, if Trackside Mike might host the next live stream, if he does, make sure we'll put it in the community post or have a video somewhere with the link to his channel. We're going to put a link to his channel anyway in this live stream, so you can check out some of his YouTube meet and greet videos last year he did. And I guess you guys will laugh here, but yes, they are funny. They are hilarious. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thanks again, Mike, for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks everybody else for joining us. Have a great week. Upcoming week, we're going to have a premiere scheduled next week, and we're going to have a premiere on the 20th. We got to talk it over yet. I don't know. On the 27th, we'll be in Marion. I don't know. We might schedule just a regular video at the same time slot in case scheduling and stuff. But chances are all of us will be at live at one point or another. So look for the live stream segments during that whole weekend with all of us, not just us at Stormy Sky, all of us, because we did it last year too. So, but with that, I'm going to say good night to everyone. Mike, you want to stick around just for a minute or so after? That would be great.
Absolutely.
And have a great rest of your weekend, everybody, and a great and safe upcoming week. And we'll see you guys in the next go around. This is Steve with Trackside Mike. And first of all, Trackside Mike, what do we do?
At the end of the show, we're going to wish Paso, Texas Rail fan a happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. All right. Thanks for that.
Keep it on the track.
There you go. And this is Steve, Stormy Jenny in the background, and Stormy Dave, who couldn't be here. And we are all out.